With China continuing to saber rattle over Taiwan, the whole world is on standby, wondering about President Xi Jinping's next move. We know China's ultimate goal is to have Taiwan as part of China, but how will it achieve that plan and how soon? Joining me now is the author of the U.S. China tech war, Gordon Chang. You can follow him on Twitter at Gordon G. Chang. The great U.S. China tech war, by the way. Gordon, thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thank you, Buck.
So the visit by Pelosi happened, and there was a lot of media focus on it before and during. Then afterwards, well, what happened?
Well, China continued exercises in 6 and then 7 live fire exclusion zones. They fired missiles over Taiwan. 5 of them actually landed in Japan's exclusive economic zone, which is the band of water between 12 and 200 nautical miles from shore. It's international water, but it's considered to be extremely provocative. China has been issuing a white paper today. That white paper is different from other white papers it's issued on Taiwan. It's eliminated a lot of the conciliatory language, including a promise not to send the military or administrators to Taiwan if there is unification. So people in Taiwan understand now the very provocative nature of the Chinese regime as it's becoming more and more of an obvious bully.
The Guardian is reporting that Beijing has announced an end to the military drills surrounding Taiwan, but said further training and war preparation would continue. So they seem to have escalated this, Gordon, as you just laid out. But is the timeline of possible or even likely Chinese military direct action against Taiwan, do you think it was in any way affected by the Pelosi visit, or is that putting too much emphasis on what is already a news story that really very few people are focused on?
I think it actually accelerated the timeline a little bit, Buck. And the reason was that in the Chinese social media, there were a lot of nationalist sentiments that criticized Xi Jinping for allowing China to be humiliated. Now, we may not view it that way, but there is this whole narrative of humiliation that the Communist Party has propagated over the years, and it's now starting to come back. The Chinese right now, I think, are in a very difficult position because they're in the run-up to the 20th National Congress, which, if tradition holds, will be in October or November of this year. That's when Xi Jinping wants his unprecedented third term as General Secretary of the Communist Party. I think the regime right now is in distress, largely because of internal problems, and it's a very toxic brew. So we can't really put anything past the Chinese, even though I may not think that they're going to invade. Nonetheless, they could take us by surprise.